Hello, my name is Bruun Rasmussen and welcome to our auction house here in Copenhagen, Denmark. I will introduce you to our autumn sale where we this time have 3 different themes. We are celebrating the 100 year of the famous cobra painter Carl-Henning Pedersen and the 150 year of Willumsen, but also the 200 year of the world famous Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard. If you're looking for something with a royal provenance or an interesting story, then please pay attention to the collection we have from Her Highness Princess Elizabeth to Denmark. In a moment, 3 of our experts will tell you more interesting stories. Please enjoy.
This year we're celebrating the bicentennial of Søren Kierkegaard, the great Danish philosopher. In Bruun Rasmussen we're celebrating this with a large auction where we're presenting books and also autographed letters and memorabilia from this great 19th century personality. 3 of these books are signed for major members of the Danish Cultural Society in this period. A.S. Ørsted, who was the famous physician H.C. Ørsted's brother and prime minister at one point. And then there's also a copy signed for Collin, who was a major patron of the arts at the time, and a law professor as well. And then as a special thing, there's this volume here, and it's signed for a woman. And only 3 known copies exist, presentation copies by Kierkegaard exist signed to a woman. So it's really a rarity. It's also really, really short, but nevertheless it's a really important thing because he usually only made these kind of presentation copies for males, important males. A real rarity at this auction is this letter by Kierkegaard. He wrote this letter for his nephew, who was only 11 years old. He wrote it in the fall of 1841, the year where he broke up with his fiancée, Regine Olsen. And this breakup had an immense influence on his writings. In the past 50 years, only 3 letters by Kierkegaard has been offered for sale in Denmark. So a letter of this length and this importance is a great rarity. This is actually Kierkegaard's own silver quill. To present this item at auction is quite extraordinary. And it's a curious thing to sit with and think that this pen has actually been used by our great philosopher.
At this autumn auction, it's a special privilege to present a very fine selection of works by J.F. Willumsen to coincide with the artist's 150th birthday. It has become clear to us that the amount of Willumsen work in the market is actually very limited. The auction contains several essential studies for major works. This is a portrait of the 8-year-old daughter, Anse. With expressionistic strokes, the artist creates an almost fluorescent light in the painting. In this work, Chestnut Trees by a Mountain Lake, from the collection of the artist's daughter, the artist draws on his symbolist experience from the 1890s. In the painting, all natural forms are simplified into decorative pattern. This woman's study, depicting the artist's second wife, Edith, is a study for one of the most important paintings in Danish modern art history, The Mountain Climber, dated 1904, with a replica made in 1912. The work has become an icon in Danish art, as a picture of the modern, independent woman in nature.
Some of our highlights on this auction have a royal provenance. The history of the collection is very special because most of the items earlier belonged to King Christian X of Denmark. He was born in 1870, died in 1947, and was a very serious king for more than one generation. The collection is put on auction by Her Highness Princess Elizabeth to Denmark. She is the firstborn grandchild of King Christian X, and she is cousin to our present Queen, Her Majesty Margaret II. The King and Queen enjoyed visiting Skagen, and they also liked the Skagen art. And actually they knew many of the artists personally. So this painting was bought by King Christian X directly from the artist, the Skagen painter, Michael Anker. The painting was located above the king's desk in his study at Klitgård. The estimate on our auction is 27,000 to 40,000 euros.